We are the design team. Kuba Jordan,
Anika Kośmider,
Natalia Tabaczyńska,
Olga Skibicka,
Laura Mark
and Marcin Krych. Welcome to our Q&A PYP Exhibition 2021. Thank you for joining the live stream.
Let's be a little bit more patient and wait for the others to join.
Of course, the audience, if you're already here, you can announce your presence, you can write some comments, you can even start writing questions. I'm going to read them after the introduction. Miss Carolina already says hi. You can wave to her. Mr. Krzysztof Skibicki also says hello.
Hello.
Ms. Wiesia is saying K2B students are with you already, so we have
Hello,
at least
K2B
20
students.
viewers now. Ms. Patricia Straub is saying hello and good luck to everybody.
Thank you.
And exactly, the design team mentor, Ms. Ania Cholewińska, also says hi, hello from G3B and Ms. Ania Cholewińska.
Hello.
Let's wait maybe one more minute for everybody to settle in. Miss Karolina Skibicka says also hello and good luck. Magdalena Andrzejewska, also our teacher, good luck, you're awesome. Natalka's mom and K2A, they are watching you. And of course, Miss Sylvia. She's right next to Miss Ania, probably. They also say hi. Hello from Miss Katarzyna Krych. Beautiful.
Hello again and welcome to our Q&A PYP Exhibition 2021. Before we start, let me tell you our lines of inquiry and central idea.
Our central idea. The way people design their creation has an impact on other people's lives.
Let me tell you our lines of inquiry. Form, types of design.
Function, the process of design. Causation, the way designers' work influences people's lives.
Before we start our Q&A, we would like to state some rules to make it easier for all of us. Please refrain from spamming, asking relevant questions, and giving unnecessary comments. This may distract us.
Feel free to ask questions connected with our topics and our inquiry.
Thank you for all the questions.
Okay, so we already, if we still have something to add, let's add it. Let's do it. All right. If not, let's actually read the first question that we got, and it's from Yashu Krysa, our dear friend, and he's asking, what did you choose your topic? Why did you choose design as your exhibition topic? Maybe Annika, let's start with her.
I chose design because I am really into designing fashion clothes, and I really chose this topic because I could express myself and I could show how I think and my talents and so on.
I choose designing because some weeks ago I got a design tablet and I found out this is a good hobby for me. I started to drawing on it, and when exhibition time come, I thought to use this topic.
I chose design because I really like designing and I like to drawing, so I just chose design because of my hobbies and that it inspired me.
I chose design because I really like designing shoes, and I also collect them.
I chose design because I'm in touch every day with architecture. My mom is an architect and I also like this topic really much.
I chose this topic because I really like fashion brands and I know a lot of them. So
Awesome, yeah, all the good reasons. Thank you so much for answering this question. And we have another one from Paula from G1B. How did you generally feel during the exhibition process?
I felt really nice because I could research about my hobbies, and I got to know some more facts about what I knew, and I just liked it very much.
I was really stressed at first. Even if I chose my own topic, which is nice, it was hard to find good facts and to inquire to it.
I felt really good because I was very comfortable with most of my teammates, and it was very easy to communicate with them, and it was very nice, yeah.
I felt really good because I just knew the topic and had a lot of good resources. So my exhibition topic was just easy for me and really interesting.
And also you had a lot of support from your family, right? Mm-hmm.
My exhibition was easy for me because, like Martin, I knew a lot about shoes. So it's really made a difference. Yeah, and it was a lot easier to inquire into it.
Well, I felt really comfortable with this great team, and it was really easy for me because I've been watching a lot of fashion magazines for a while now, and I just generally loved this.
Yeah, you loved it. Of course, everybody loved it. Now let's move on. We have question from Miss Kasia Adamska. What was the most exciting part of the process? Think about these 6 weeks. What was the most exciting part?
In my opinion, the most exciting part was meeting with guest speakers and making the posters, the presentations, and all the other things.
First of all, thank you for this question. I feel exactly the same as Kuba. The guest speakers was very exciting, and also finding out our mentor.
For me, it was the action. I could choose what the action I can do, and it was easier for me.
I think that it's the same as Kuba said and Anika said, because I really liked the meeting with guest speakers, and it was very exciting to get new facts from them.
From the experts, right? In the field.
For me, the most exciting part of exhibition was that I could have choose my own topic and it wasn't chosen by someone else.
Yeah, you had the total freedom in that. Awesome. Another question. We have a few for now, so let's get ready because we're going to have a lot. Question from Eva Gouget from G5. What was the easiest step in the exhibition? So not exciting, but the easiest, you think?
For me, the easiest step was that I have a lot of resources at home and my mom helped me to find out things.
For me, the easiest step was creating our products, like our posters and also presentations. It was very easy for me since I really understood the stuff.
Same as Anika, and it was easy to experiment on my topic.
In my opinion, it was the action, because I knew what I wanted to do, I knew how to do it, and it was pretty fun and easy for me.
For me, the easiest thing was probably communicating with my group, because we're all really great friends, and it was pretty easy.
Yeah, exactly. Being with friends in a group, right? All right. We had the easiest, exciting. Now we have what was the hardest thing. Let's do this.
Oh, the hardest thing was for me was to make posters, because I didn't have a lot of facts for my posters, but I managed and I did a lot of research and I thought it turned out great.
For me, the hardest thing was collecting research, because I think that just researching and reading articles is hard, because we need to find good facts. Yeah.
I didn't have anything hard. I went very smooth through the process and so on.
Looking for facts, because lots of digital designers are usually adults, so it's hard to find something understandable.
Same as Nati, I think that was the hardest to find the facts, because mostly grown-up people wrote it and I couldn't understand some of the sentences in some articles.
Exactly, because some of the articles were probably even aimed at adults, right? So it was a real challenge.
For me, the hardest part was to find examples, because some of architecture topics are really specific.
All right. By the way, it was a question from our friend Wojtek from G5 and now from Cornel. It's a very specific question. Kuba was making research about it, but everybody can answer. What's your favorite type of shoes?
I don't have a favorite type of shoe, but I think that my favorite shoe brand is Nike. Yeah, but I don't have a favorite shoe.
I also don't have a favorite shoe, but I prefer sneakers than most other shoes.
Converse and shoes that fit on me.
For sure.
Same
It's
as
important.
Anika, I don't have any favorite brands or shoes, but I prefer sneakers or some comfortable boots.
So no high heels or that.
For me, the best type of shoes are like these sneakers that fit on me. They are nothing specific and just are cool.
I don't have a favorite brand, and my favorite brand of shoes is probably Vans.
Vans, awesome.
Yeah, Vans.
And actually you can keep the microphone because we have a question from Marta from G4B. Who is the most famous designer in Poland? Do you know?
I don't, but
Mhm.
I do know that one of the world's most famous fashion designers is Coco Chanel for her unique style.
Awesome, thank you. So not in Poland, we can still check it, but in the world. Awesome. Maybe somebody else knows that. Nah. All right. There is a question from Lila Kulesha. What tools are used to design clothes? Anika knows it.
Designing on paper, definitely pencils and very like specific thick pencils or any thin pencils, and also maybe some coloring pencils, but they have to be like very good. And yeah, pastels also are usually used in designing clothes.
Do we only design on paper?
Not only, but you can also design on digital, like Natalia does on tablet.
As Anika said, I design on tablet. I sometimes help her with some examples. I designed some clothes, nothing specific, just some cartoon ones.
Well, sometimes you can go with the old classic way of drawing the design and then putting it all together on a mannequin. Because in the old times they didn't have as much paper as we do now, so they just took what is it called? Yes, the sketch that they had, and then they put all the clothes that they didn't need anymore, and they put them together and they made a dress. Yes.
Beautiful, thank you. All right. There is a question from Nadia from G4B about your general research in exhibition. What was the most interesting piece of information you found out? Yeah, maybe Anika, let's start.
The most interesting piece that I found out is when I was doing research about Prada, the clothing brand. I found out that Prada actually has made their own phone in 2007, and it really surprised me, so I put it in my presentation, and it really surprised me. It was super amazing.
I think that the amazing fact that I found was that the first digital drawing was created in like I think 1989 or 1998, because it was like for some people a very old time but also very new time for some people, and I just put it in my presentation because it was pretty surprising to me.
For me, there wasn't nothing too surprising because I've looked into fashion for a long time. So,
All right. So you knew almost everything and you just put it on into your presentations. Awesome. Anybody else would like to share? Awesome. Martin and Kuba?
For me, the hardest thing...
Like this.
I forgot the question.
What was the most interesting fact, like most surprising fact that you found out?
I was surprised that there can be so specified styles of architecture and how they are combined.
The most surprising fact for me was that I think a Canadian investor, he bought 99 of old football shoes for almost $1 million.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing. And, Olga wants to add
I
something.
forgot to add that I also found out that one of the like some of the logos of like very popular brands are designed by Egyptians, and some time ago when the logo started, Egyptians were designing them.
The first ones, yeah? Who
Yes.
started. Awesome. All right. And I think we have a student who's getting ready for exhibition next year or maybe in a few years. It's from Ernest Persson. What are some sources that you used in your inquiry? What did you use as your sources?
I used a bit of Wikipedia to just find out some dates. I also used I don't have any specific websites, but the internet can a lot help you with this. And I also used my knowledge because I knew some facts about designing and stuff like that when I was young still.
Also, like Olga, I found some on Wikipedia and from my mind, but I found also another site that's called XP, and I found it lots of facts that interest me.
Some different websites.
To make my Prada presentation was very easy because I actually found a website on the internet that Prada actually made by itself and its timeline and very important events and the process of Prada.
I used a lot of articles that I found on the internet. I used my knowledge and also some books that I found in my room and in the library.
I used half and half books and articles because I have many books about architecture from my house, and the articles just helped me fill out the presentation.
I used some magazines, and for my Coco Chanel presentation, I used a movie that I have watched before, but I used all the facts that I could find there, and I put them in my presentation.
Thank you so much for sharing. I think we had a similar question, but maybe let's remind everybody quickly, what was the hardest part in the exhibition?
I think that the hardest part of exhibition was finding research. Yeah, like researching and inquiring into stuff and finding facts.
Awesome. All right. I think it summed it up. From Josef from G4B, it's also the question about the hardest moment, because I think everybody is a little bit afraid about the exhibition next year and in a few years, right? But as we can see, it's not that bad. Maybe Olga, you want to add something to this hardest part?
There's nothing hard. You don't have to be scared. It's
Nothing
pretty
hard?
easy. I mean, some of the things are hard, but you don't have to be scared. It's pretty easy.
Right. Anika?
I feel the same like Olga. First, I used to be stressed, but then when I actually found out how exhibition was going to be and how I actually did the exhibition, it was a lot easier than I thought because my group was very good. So make sure that you have a good group and really like the topic.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Anybody else would like to add something? If not, okay, Marcin.
I thought at first that it will be a lot more work, but then I created 2 presentations and I still had time to do other things. For example, Canva posters.
Some posters and interviews, right? Awesome. All right. Now a very specific question. Marcin, I think you inquired into it and you had an interview about that. Nelly wants to know, what will the new school building look like?
It will be very similar to the new building that we are in now. And as Mr. Carl Vanni said, it will be a mix of the old building and this building.
So mix of styles, yeah?
Yes.
And also, I think that you can find the picture of it on your Gmail because Miss Patrycja Brodziak sent it. Yeah, I think that she sent it, and there's a picture of it.
Right, we can learn more information from the email that everybody got in the school, right? Do you remember anything about it? What was there?
I know that the 2 little football pitches are going to be removed and the building is going to be replaced over there. And I know that I think there will be some subjects like art, music, and yeah, there will be art rooms.
I know that in the new building we will have like Christmas shows and all like the galas and everything. And on the big plastic pitch, the half of it will be green and the other half will be plastic.
Marcin?
I also know that we will be able to organize sport events, even at winter, with other schools.
Awesome, thank you so much, and everybody can still get some more info from the email. All right, and now a very specific question, but maybe somebody knows the answer. It's from Dakota from G4B. Who's the first designer? Can we actually specify that?
It's pretty hard to figure out who the first designer was, because in the old times, like, they also used to use like other materials if they didn't have like fabric. So I don't think that's count. I think that counts as designing, but these people aren't alive, so we don't have any proof who was the first designer. No.
In my opinion, I think that the cavemen were like designing, let's say, some swords or stuff like that. So I think they were the first designers, but we never know because
Exactly.
they were cavemen. And now
They're
we're-
anonymous. Yeah, we don't know
Yes.
their names. Awesome. Another very specific question from also G4 students or G3 students. What is the most eco-friendly building in the world?
I'm not sure, but I think Marcin knows.
It's hard to tell because these times there are many buildings that are eco-friendly. Even the old building has solar panels that bring energy. And it's just hard to tell.
So we are getting there, yeah? We are building more and more eco-friendly buildings.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Are there any types or kinds of design? Can we specify these?
I think that yes. I think there's, like in my opinion, there is fashion, architecture, designing, like let's say digital designing, and normal designing, like let's say designing chairs or designing phones, like electronical designing. So
Anybody else would like to add to that? Okay.
As Olga mentioned, there are many of types of design, and all of them go deeper and deeper into the topic, and there can be even a million that we don't know about.
Thank you so much for this answer. From Miss Kasia Adamska, thank you for this question. In the future, would you like to work in the design industry?
Yes, I would be delighted to. I would probably become a fashion designer and make eco-friendly more clothes and just do very nice things.
I would probably be also into designing because I really enjoyed the exhibition and designing like presentations and my action and products because it was pretty fun, and I really like designing, so I guess that I will probably work there if I will manage.
I always wanted to be a game designer. It is It is a digital design. You need to know the codes, but you need to also draw the graphics. It is so you can draw and program in the same time.
I think that I could be like into fashion because I really like drawing shoes and designing them, and I also really like painting.
I would love to become a fashion designer and make my own clothing brand, but if it wouldn't work out, I have also other plans, for example, being a stylist for people or celebrities.
I would like to work as an architect, but we never know what life brings to us. I also like many sports, and maybe I will be an athlete or a designer.
Thank you. There's a wide range. All right. From Helena, Mr. Bartek Jadziński class, what is the most popular fashion brand?
The most popular fashion brand? It is a very tricky question because there are a lot, and like there's different types of fashion brands. For example, shoes and like clothes. For example, like shoes, I believe it could be like Nike. And if clothes, then I have no idea, but maybe we could use Coco Chanel or also H&M for children and adults.
I would like to add something. There are very many fashion houses, but the most popular that I've searched up is Coco Chanel.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Actually, there is a follow-up question, kind of. Do you know what Nike means?
I know that Nike is a goddess, and she is a goddess of victory.
So we got the answer. Nice. From Julian from G5B. What was the longest process of designing shoes? Like, do you know anything about it? How long does it take to design shoes?
I don't know, but I know that first you need to like draw it on paper. Yeah, then like you need to. I don't know how long it would take, but.
All right. So it varies, right?
Yeah,
it depends
it
on the
varies.
kind of shoes, maybe type. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So it varies. From Dakota, what supplies are related to design? So what do you use in designing? What tools? We had a similar question, but you can say it again, right? For the people who want to know.
Usually it's markers, crayons, pencils, paper, or digital design like drawing tablets, normal tablets, computers, or even your finger.
Yeah. Anybody else?
For designing, we can use probably everything that can mark something on paper, and we need to know how to design something to make it look good.
And I think that we can also use some computer softwares to design buildings and apartments.
Definitely. Digital and the traditional one, right? With paper and with different tools. Awesome. I think this question is from Mr. Bartek. Do you have any favorite types of design and any favorite designers?
One of my favorite designers is probably Coco Chanel, because I watched her movie and I've read a lot about her, and she seems like a really great fashion designer.
Maybe
can
Olga
you
now?
miss, repeat the question again?
For sure. Do you have any favorite types of design and any favorite type of designers?
I don't really have a favorite designer, but I really like the type of design, let's say, like cartoonish or animation, because it's really nice and I want to start animating. And also I really like the style of circle heads, because this is a new style that I saw once with my friend and we really liked it, so we started drawing it.
My favorite designers are Voltrox, Miss Design, Muna Moonlight, and this girl. And types of design, I like the digital design. I like when people draw animations, Clip Studio Paint, sometimes EBS Paint, and I like people that do fan art and art on some games like Minecraft.
Yes, fan arts are really cool.
My favorite designer must be Versace, well, the brand, because I really like the designs and the dresses and the clothes. It really inspires my designs.
My favorite designers, architects are Ludwig Mies van der Rohe and Richard Mayer. And of course there are a lot more architects that influence the world with their buildings, but these are my favorites because of their style.
My favorite shoe designer is Tinker Hatfield. He started making shoes in Nike, and he started the collection of Air Max, and he's he is one of the first designers in Nike.
Awesome, thank you. I think I'll change this question a little bit because I will make it a little bit easier. Miss Ania Holewinska asks, did the color of dresses change across the years? And if yes, how? What colors were popular in the past and what colors are popular now?
From what I know from my styles presentation, I noticed that the change was like, first of all, the main three colors were pink, blue, and yellow, but they were like darker versions of pink, blue, and yellow. And now there are various colors and choices of dresses.
Beautiful. All right. Anybody would like to add it?
Well, as I was making the presentation with Anika about styles, I've noticed that in the 80s there were a lot of pop colors and there were a lot of neons and all of those neon bright colors. But when I look now, some people like pastels and some like more beigeish and more classical colors.
Thank you for these observations. And now, question from Cornel from G5B. Have you ever designed a piece of clothing?
Yes, I've actually made 5 dresses that I have actually worn. But I was quite young that time. It wasn't my best works, but it worked.
I once designed, but I didn't wear it. I mostly drew some clothes because I was making challenges for day, afternoon, and night. Sometimes with my friends, sometimes alone, sometimes with my sister, and I really liked it. And once I wanted to make a cape for myself, but I didn't manage. It was pretty hard, and my mom told me that she will help me, but she never did.
I designed 4 casual outfits and 4 party outfits on my tablet.
Yes, of course, I have designed a lot of pieces of clothing, especially in my free time. I mostly design when I go for road trips in the car, and also when I go for vacation. I love the style of different people, and it inspires me to draw some new clothes.
And Kuba, yeah?
I mostly draw sneakers, and I didn't like design a piece of clothing, but I made two like plush, how to call it, plush toys, like a bear, and I think it was the other bear also.
Right, so you designed some toys. Awesome.
And I once tried to design shoes, but it didn't work out because it was just a quick sketch.
All right, but you tried at least, right? Awesome. And I think follow-up question to this, because as we can see, you already have some experience in designing. So where can you get ideas from?
Usually when I go to trips, and I really like to look at the nature and the colors, because there's always something new about each place and everything's always different. So I use that for my inspiration.
I mostly use my mind to inspire myself, or some pictures from the internet. I really recommend looking at the Pinterest. If you don't have Pinterest, it's okay. You can just search up in Google or any other like researcher.
The site, right? In the various
Also,
websites.
I use Pinterest to inspire myself, but my most inspiring thing I use is my friends. I draw OCs, that means original characters, about how they are. Like my friend, I used to draw like an angel because she likes owls and it looks cool. My friend, I draw with a cyborg, blue eyes and blue hair, as she likes gaming and technology. And this friend, I used to draw with some cool clothes, brown hair and a little dark hair.
I usually use Pinterest a lot, and also I mentioned in the last answer that I use from different people's styles, and I also use flowers.
Some flower design. Awesome. Boys, where do you get your inspiration from, or maybe?
I get inspirations from Pinterest, and also when I go for trips, I look out the window or like how people are dressed, and it inspires me like to draw it, and yeah.
So real life inspiration.
I also always have a real life inspiration, and I also often look on my books and I see different nice buildings, and it also comes from my mind. I just see it how a building can look and I design it.
Awesome. All right. A question from Mr. Krzysztof Skibicki. What do you think is the most important in a designing process? A function or style? What is more important? Maybe Olga? Olga wants to answer the question.
I think the function, because you can work on the style later, but you have to like make the website or let's say a movie functional, and for people to look at it and use it. Because if you just look at the style, it's going to probably like be a website that has colors and that's all, and some titles and stuff. And for a movie, if you only look at the style, it's just drawings with nothing else, like drawings that, let's say, wave. That's what I do when I don't have anything to do. And also, when you look at the function on, let's say, websites, you can see that a lot of things can be clicked, a lot of things can be researched, like, let's say, in a dictionary. And in a movie function, like, let's say, you can like find out a new fact from a movie or a video, because some videos and movies have a lot of facts in them, and we don't see it. And it's called Easter eggs.
I choose both because function is really important, but also a style. When you see graphic, you just don't want to read it. When you see a bad graphic video, you just don't want it. And people use better style to just make people watch it.
Mhm.
Anything.
Yeah, it makes you click, it makes you watch it, it makes you even buy it, yeah, if the style is right. Awesome. Anika, would you like to answer this question? All right, thank you. Miss Ania Holewinska is asking, what is the biggest Prada shop? Awesome. So as Miss Anya is your mentor, I think you can learn from her still, right? Awesome. Okay, so our one microphone died. We are going to use this one. We just got this information. Don't worry, guys. Anika, would you like to say it one more time with this microphone?
I don't know the biggest one, but I do know that the first one was in Japan and it developed really fast because of the sales in Japan.
It will be a little bit more difficult now to pass on the microphone, but we can manage, right? All right. From Eva Gouget, are there any social media apps or places where you can post or like design your clothes, or you can post maybe your clothing designs?
Usually I like to post my things on Instagram because I use Instagram a lot.
You can post it on Pinterest. Lots of people look there. And you can also make a video with them. I used to post it on YouTube.
To show my designs, I sometimes use TikTok because I like to show my designs to different people and inspire them also. And people can use Instagram, but I don't use Instagram to post my designs.
So we had some YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest. There are many websites. Awesome. We have a question from Laura. Where do you take the facts from while creating the website? Or maybe, so what are the important ways or what are the important facts to have in mind while you create a website? What is important? Or maybe let me rephrase the question. What is the most important thing while you create a website? What do you need to remember about?
I think about the facts and what you want to place in it, because if you forget what to do, and if you, like, for example, do something that you don't know about or you don't really inquired into, I think that no one will like your website, and probably it will be, let's say, banned because there will be like fake facts and stuff like that.
Me and Olga actually tried making a website once. We wanted to sell some stuff on a website, and the most yes, stickers. And the most important thing for me is probably like the name. You have to make the name like very interesting so people would want to join and go on it.
Beautiful. We have a comment from Miss Aneta Zbucka, right? And she says that the collaboration among your group shines from you. Well done, everyone. So a very positive comment. We can say thank you and wave to the camera. And now a question from Paula, again, G1B student. Do you think designing could make you popular?
It might, if you have a unique style and a really good sense of what you're doing, and you always feel like you're doing it the right way, there's always a chance that you can become a great person and a big person for many people.
In my opinion, you would definitely do. If you design nicely, or you draw nicely, or whatever you do nicely, or you know how to do it, I think that you can get popular and even make a business of it.
Definitely, yes.
I feel the same like Laura. If people like your designs and if they're really nice, there's a big chance of getting popular with your designs.
Also in architecture, if you design a nice building and it looks nice, there's a chance that many companies will like to have their shop or their headquarters there.
Awesome. So they will basically choose your building, yeah? They will use it. Awesome. All right. As we are we are almost done, right? There are 8 minutes left. We still have some questions, but I'll choose the most relevant ones. And we actually have an awesome questions from Miss Małgorzata Pyda. And the question is, the PYP exhibition is a culminating point in the students' journey throughout the program. Do you have any piece of advice for the future G5 students concerning the PYP exhibition?
I think that you shouldn't be afraid of exhibition because it's not that scary at all. It's more like fun, and you have to choose your topic, not what your friends want. Just your topic that you want to work on, because if you work on a topic that you don't like on, then you might not like to inquire into it and not like what you are inquiring into. So my advice is choose what you want to work on, not because of your friends, because of your decision.
Just like all guys, you just need to choose your topic that is easy for you. You understand, you know. And what I need to say for the topic, someone who wants can make a presentation how to cook.
In my opinion, I would like. In my opinion, exhibition is not scary. Like, you need to focus, and it will be good. And also, do not choose a group with friends that you chat with, and just choose a group that you work good.
I feel the same like everyone. Don't choose someone that has your friend in the group, but if you share the same interests and you actually like the topic, then you can keep on going, because this can actually get you somewhere in the future.
Need to choose a group that you can work with and who inspires you to work harder. You just need to enjoy while you can, because it only happens once in your life in our school.
Exactly, it's an awesome event, right? Okay, as unfortunately our mic's time is almost done, we need to finish a little bit earlier, but don't worry, we're going to sum it up, right? And we have a very nice comment from Constancia from G3A. I saw your stand and I was very amazed, just like when I saw other stands, and yours was my favorite. I liked various projects, so great job. And we also have a comment, probably for Constancia too, that her favorites were Coco Chanel and styles of clothing. So she's probably interested in that. Beautiful. Here we have comments, our microphone, and as a sum up, I think we can remind our names, right? One more time. My name is Natalia Marczak. I was the moderator.
I'm Laura Mark.
I am Marcin Krych.
I am Kuba Jordan.
I am Anika Kośmider.
I'm Natalia Tabaczyńska.
And I'm Olga Skibicka. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Thank you for coming. Yeah.